Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Rin and Yukimiya getting Predator Eye low-key makes sense. The reason why Yukimiya has it though is fucking hilarious. But as always, let me explain. So before I talk about Rin or Yukimiya, first let's classify what Predator Eye is. Predator Eye, as Isagi describes it, is focusing on the 1v1 duel against the goalkeeper. But to take this a step further and to explain it more where Isagi doesn't, it is the narrowing of your vision. Look down there. Look at Barrow. Look at Isagi. So what Predator Eye actually is tunnel visioning your vision on one specific detail. So, for example, we saw Barrow use it in the Ubers game, and what he was focusing on was Gagamaru. That was the detail. When Kaiser's shooting his Magnus shot with Predator Eye, we see that he has Predator Eye active, and it looks like he's looking at the ball. And then in the next panel of his Magnus shot, we see this little target here. And what I think that means is that that was the detail he was focusing on using his Predator Eye. But we know for certain that the targets definitely tell us what the Predator Eye user is focusing on, because if we take his bicycle kick goal, notice how the two targets we have marked is the top part of the goal where the ball ends up going, and just underneath Aiku's legs where the ball bounces off. So the targets are definitely what they're focusing on. Because we also see Barrow have the exact same targets when he's using Predator Eye for his second goal. Granted, it doesn't really go there. It goes more so down there. But their position does also change, so the goal's also going to change. I'm pretty sure he's using Predator Eye the first time he tries the Magnus shot, but because he's not looking at where the ball is and he's trying to look at where it's going to land, that's why he fucks the shot up. We also see Kaiser activating his Predator Eye before he takes his shot in the Manshine game. And the detail he was focusing on in here was, can't see my finger, but that corner right there. That corner right there, just below his hand, that's the detail he was focusing on. And we all remember this because this was insane paneling, but we see that the ball goes right up there and it gets past all these 5 people. So hopefully that's enough evidence to prove that Predator Eye is about focusing on one specific detail. So how does this tie into Yukimiya and Rin? Unironically, I feel like Yukimiya got Predator Eye because his eyes actively fuck up on him. Because we see in his backstory just before the Manshine game that when Yukimiya gets tired, his vision narrows regardless of him trying to do it. So Yukimiya can acquire Predator Eye for 2 reasons. One of them being, if he plays in a match and he tires himself out, his vision's naturally going to use Predator Eye because he can only see a certain amount of details. And the second reason why he can acquire Predator Eye, because if he's experiencing this every single match, to a degree, he's going to be able to learn how to, do it at will, right? Because let's say you tunnel vision by accident. If it keeps happening to you, you're going to figure out kind of how to make yourself be able to do it on your own volition, if that makes sense. And let's talk about Rin, because Rin getting Predator Eye is less plot armor than Yukimiya getting Predator Eye. This makes so much sense when you think about it, so let me explain. So I've just classified that Predator Eye is narrowing your vision and focusing on one specific detail. So in this panel, what do we see in Rin's eyes? We see that he's focusing on Isagi, and that's how he then acquires Predator Eye when Kaiser then passes the ball. Because Rin has now narrowed his vision from watching everybody on the pitch and analyzing their techniques for his Destroyer Eye, and instead focusing on Isagi and destroying Isagi. But I can take this a step further because we've seen him do this before in the U20 match. The difference between these two is that Isagi has put Rin in a restricted environment in this situation. So his next evolution is to gain his Destroyer Eye. But it's a little bit different in this match because he's focusing solely on Isagi. Because we saw in the U20 match, Isagi put him in a restricted environment and then he entered his flow state and destroyed the rest of the defenders on the other team. But now, Isagi has put him in a restricted environment and Isagi's on the other team. This allows Rin to focus solely on what Isagi is doing and how to stop Isagi, because he wasn't able to do that in the U20 match because they were on the same team. I also have some theories on who might acquire it in the future, one of them being Chigiri, because his 44 Panther snipe spot is one specific spot, right? And then the shot that he takes when he's on that spot is also a really specific spot that goes into the right corner. The other would be Nagi. If he had Predator Eye and focused on his first trap of the ball, that could do something for his character. Also makes sense for development in the Bacha game. Next is Shido, because Shido essentially operates the same as Nagi, but Nagi takes one touch to breathe life into the ball, but Shido just takes his first touch and shoots. So if Shido could get it and focus on the goal, he might be better at shooting, for fuck's sake. And last but not least, I would honestly love to see Hiyori develop this, because think about it. Think about it. He's got pinpoint passes, he passes like Hitoshi Sai does, and he has metavision. If he could Predatorize one of his passes, you know how pinpoint that shit would be? But that's my guesses for who might get it in the future. There's probably a couple of characters I'm missing that probably will get it, but that's all I can say about Predator Eye for now. So drink well to look after yourself. Peace.